Welcome to InspireHER, the program designed to uplift, empower, and motivate women to rise above their full potential. This show is proudly brought to you by the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational television station broadcasting from the School of Eloquence in Ikoyi, Lagos. Every week on InspireHER, we spotlight the stories, strategies, and successes of women making remarkable impact in business, leadership, and life. Today, our conversation centers on women entrepreneurs and innovators driving business excellence in Nigeria. I'm your host, Onome Igugu, and I've been joined by two incredible co-hosts. Esther Evbodaghe, a seasoned finance professional, entrepreneur, and ordained Christian leader with over 2 decades of banking experience, and Zubemma Okwuowulu, a dynamic medical laboratory scientist turned hospitality operations expert and now tech product manager, passionate about workplace excellence and purpose-driven service. So stay tuned. This is InspireHER. All right, you're welcome to InspireHER, and today we're having a beautiful conversation with my co-host, Madam Esther, who likes to look very glam.
Thank you.
And of course, Zubemma. How are you doing, ma?
Fine, thank you.
You look good.
Very much.
I love your looks.
Thank you.
All right, we're talking about women driving the economy, driving Nigeria, driving it globally, but today we're bringing it back home. Okay, if you go through the streets of Balogun Market, Araria Market, as in Abad, as if you're familiar with it, or you go through Yaba Market, you see women doing so many things. They are not waiting for opportunities, they're actually creating them. And that's the basis of our conversation today, how women are taking hold of opportunities rather than waiting for people to create one for them. If you were to speak about women in business, how would you describe them?
Thank you very much, Onome.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, when you go around Lagos or any other part of Nigeria, you see women doing their things. It's something that is very encouraging, and also coming from the hospitality industry, where I see young girls who knew nothing, almost zero. By the time they arrived to our industry, after a while you see them growing, and before you know it, they go into the street and start doing their own business, and they're very, very happy with it. They learn the things very well, and they grow doing those things very well. And not just doing them because they want to make money, but somehow they do them because they also want to make an impact in the society.
That's right.
One, I thought, she came in not even knowing how to use a measuring cup. I started by teaching her everything. As we so speak now, in fact, I have her, her WhatsApp. She sent me something that she's already doing. She's already making chin-chin, selling. And the other day I called her, she was like that she couldn't sleep because people are calling her.
Wow, the orders are too much.
Yes, it's too much for her. So you see that really women are doing a lot in business in Nigeria, and they're making a lot of impact in the whole business setup. So it's something that is very encouraging. Yes.
All right. I like the fact that you mentioned this lady's story because it just reminded me of a conference that I attended a couple of months ago, and I think one of the youngest person, there was a women conference. Okay, one of the youngest person there was I think 200 or 300 level students, and when she spoke, I was wowed in terms of the impact she's making at that level. She's not even waiting to graduate. She's not waiting to finish school. She's already making impact where she is. From her small space, she's getting orders as young as she is. So maybe she's like 20 or so or thereabout. But what I'm saying is that women as early as as a young girl, let me put it that way, they're already making impact. They're not waiting for opportunities, but they are creating those opportunities themselves. But let's hear what Madam Esther has to say, because I know she's dying to speak.
I will just take it off from where Zubemma stopped.
Yes.
You know, this topic is very, very interesting.
Yes.
And I want to begin by asking you a question. Have you ever bought something from a woman who is either selling her products on Instagram, in her own shop, or in the market, even without answering me? I know that you have.
Everywhere.
We all have.
Yes.
Am I correct? And we are still doing that.
Yes.
That is what we are talking about this morning. The rise in women-led
Businesses. Yeah.
Yes, or businesses rather. So that's what we are discussing today. And this rise in women business, it don't just start today, or businesses. It has always been there. Back in the days of our grandmothers, I can recall that my grandmother was a trader. So like many of us, our grandmothers and mothers were either traders, teachers, farmers, tailors, hairdressers, and more.
Yeah.
So women have always done business. Women have always been in the heart of business, both in the markets and communities. So what is happening now is not new, but women have now taken it to another level. That is the rise that we are seeing now. So women are now using technology to drive business. So women now are starting businesses that are tech-driven, businesses that are opening doors to other areas. They are no longer waiting for permission. And that is why we are experiencing the rise that we see today. With technology, the young women of this generation, they are not looking for money to rent shops. And they are doing better than those who have shops, because at the comfort of their homes, with their smartphones, they are selling all their products. From clothing to accessories, from accessories to stationaries, stationaries to services, services to food. Even tomato and pepper, Onome, onions, they will package it for you online and deliver to your doorstep. So that is how far the women have gone. And technology has really helped women to move their business forward. So you cannot take away technology from why we're experiencing this rise today. Another thing that has happened is education. A lot of women now are getting educated. They have learned new skills. So they are driving their businesses. They are using all sorts of digital platforms to drive their businesses. That is why we are also experiencing this rise. With the support system, these women are now able to juggle their businesses, building their businesses, and at the same time raising their families, working their jobs. So they are not wasting time. They are going on with their businesses. I would just like us to spotlight some women that you and I know that are really driving businesses in Nigeria today. There are many, but I will talk about a few that you know. Let's look at Tara Durotoye, the founder of House of Terra International. You can see how she started her business from the scratch. She has helped to train thousands of young women and opened makeup stores all over the country, and across the country rather. Then we can also talk about Mo Abudu, the media mogul. You can see how she started Ebony Life Media. And today her films are on Netflix. She started just by telling African stories on film and television. But today her films are on Netflix. People are watching it all over the world. Then let us even look at the tech area. Let's look at Odunayo Eweniyi, the co-founder of Piggyvest. How she has helped to train some young women now in tech. So these are women you can easily spotlight. Now, you may want to ask, why is this women lead businesses? Why is it rising? What is happening? We have said it, that women are no longer waiting for permission. Women are pushing hard and pushing through. They are speaking at international conferences, winning awards, putting Nigeria on the global map. So women are doing various things, and you can see it. They are helping the economy, creating jobs for young people, helping to relieve poverty and all that. So women-led businesses are really doing great in the country, and it is commendable. And I would just say to everyone who is probably watching this program, encourage women lead businesses. Ensure you buy their products online and offline. Give credit to their work, because they are doing very well. So that's what I would just say about women rising and women businesses.
Women, we are created in a very wonderful way.
Yeah.
There's this empathy thing in us. Thinking about how this thing will help the other person is something innate in us that we just have to always bring out, even in the business. So without technology, which has also helped us, our thinking also, the way we think about the thing, will even drive the business. We'll be able to even do more, even in the technology aspect of leading the on. So I think really what has also made this rise is the fact that we have this intuition always that helps us to think just even beyond the technology, the processes. How will I make this thing to come out well? You know, I've always been, like I said, in facilities, in hospitality management, in what I've been inside. You see how these women are creative. I remember one lady that decided to reduce waste, and because of course
recycling,
this recycling thing was getting too much, so she decided to reduce waste, and at the same time was making the customers were becoming happy, because she was thinking of ways, you know, how will I make my food and not use so much, but at the same time my customers will be happy. So it's something there that is in the women, and which I hope people. That's the thing. People don't really tap into the things that women can do, so that they can do their businesses well, and encourage them to, you know, go on with that. So I think with the technology and with this insight, it helps women to do their business better.
Yes. All right. And just referring back to, there was something you said about women not waiting for
permission.
Permission. Then you also talked about women selling their products online rather than waiting for shops. And it just takes me back to something that I would say that I don't know if to call it an excuse, but some people will be like, oh, I've not been able to do this particular thing because of funds, right? And I want us now to just look at it from that regard, in terms of breaking barriers to funding, to investment. There are times that we need to scale up and the funds might not be available. So how then do we break these barriers to funding and investments, basically?
Funding has always been a problem. There are so many people that want to start their businesses, but they don't have the capital. So it has always been a challenge that most entrepreneurs in Nigeria face. Sometimes we hear that there is government is giving loans, banks are giving loans, there is this grant or one thing or the other. But the truth is, not everyone have equal access to this funding. Some, it could be maybe because of lack of knowledge. Some, it could be maybe gender, age, background, and so on. So these problems have always been there, and there have been some factors that have limited, you know, young entrepreneurs in starting their businesses or growing their businesses. But however, with the help of Piggyvest, Flutter Waves, and Money Points, these barriers are now being broken because savings and payments have now been made easy.
Easier.
And microfinance banks are now beginning to offer small loans that do not require so much facility. Then angel investors, they call them, and venture capitalists, they are now beginning to bet on young African talents. You know, but for you to enjoy all these facilities, you need to have knowledge. Because knowledge is power.
True.
And you need to know how loans, equity, and interest works for you to be able to enjoy this facility. And you also need community support to enjoy this facility. So you need to try and attend some financial literacy courses, programs that will help you, give you idea and all the support you need. Because some of these entrepreneurs, they don't have guarantors, they don't even know how to write business proposals and all that. So you need to be enlightened. You need to have confidence to be able to enjoy these facilities. So these are some of the barriers, but thank God for what I have just explained now. So with all these barriers are now being broken. So women are now moving forward and they are able to run their businesses better.
Yeah, and sometimes also I think women, people just want to start business without really being very strategic about it. Some women, they think, okay, as I see another person selling something, doing what I can do. So first of all, I think people, the women out there should try as much as possible to really be investor ready, like you said, so that when those possibilities are there, we can access. Of course, one has to be that investor ready to be, to know exactly what it is you want to do, write whatever it is, think about it, and it has to always be, think further, not just now. I want to make the money now and that is it. No, but how will it impact the society? How will it help the next person? Because it's only when such businesses are thought about that way that you'll be first of all investor ready. And when those investors come, you'll be able to give them what they're asking you. Then you'll be able to access the funds.
You talked about being investment ready, and it takes me now to creativity and innovation, because it's easy to say, oh, nobody wants to invest in my business, but we are not looking at the other part, whether that individual is actually investor ready. And it takes us to the creativity part. So how can women basically be innovative or creative to ensure that when people see their product or designs, right, it is something that is sellable?
Yeah, first of all, the person has to know, why am I doing this? Always ask yourself the question, why? Because it's only when you ask yourself the why that you'll be able to get to where you are going. Why am I doing it? It will help you to be creative. I'm doing this because I want this person to be healthy. For instance, I'm making this thing because I want people to, I'm health conscious. So you start with the why, then you'll be able to be that investor ready. Because if you don't know your why, you will never arrive at the end of the road. So to always know why you are starting out this business. And for me, it's always about the people, because you are doing business for you're not doing business for a cow, I don't know. It's something about somebody. So when you're looking at the person at the end of the tunnel, it will lead you to know why you are getting to that person. Then you get your roadmap, then you start moving.
Interesting.
And that is
We'll go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll take comments from Madam Esther. Do stay with us.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Now you too can learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional at any of our centers in Lagos and Abuja.
To register, call 0802-3032-066 or 0706-1606-078, or log on to our website schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
All right, so welcome back. We're still continuing our conversation, talking about women entrepreneurs. And just before we went on the break, we're talking about creativity and innovation. And I was going to ask Madam Esther how women basically can stay innovative and creative in this space. How can they be investor ready?
This is something very powerful, Onome. You see, women are doing so well, from agriculture to technology to fashion. Women are everywhere. They are creative and they are very innovative. Let's even start with technology, for instance. You know this lady, Rashma Saujani. I hope I got that name correct. The founder of Women Who Codes.
Okay.
I don't know whether you heard about her. Okay, she teaches women how to code, become builders and innovators. She's driving technology in that sense. So women are not just working in technology. Women are now leading in technology. You know, back in the days, they will say technology is a man's world. But now, not anymore. The women are leading in technology. Now, let's even look at fashion, for instance. Fashion has become something else. They are taking fashion to another level. Fashion is no longer about trends.
No.
It's now about voice, identity, and power. Women are using fashion to break stereotypes, celebrate all body types, culture, and they are doing so much with fashion. I'm not going to mention them in any particular order, but I'll just name about a few that you can easily spotlight. Like Lisa Folawiyo, Vicky James, you people all.
If you had not mentioned her, it would have been
you know that, you know, Amaka Osakwe, you know, and then Diola Sagiu, and so on. There are many, like I said, so I can't name them all. They are taking fashion to another level, you know. So they have even put fashion on a global map now. Then let's talk about agriculture. Before, we used to think that agriculture was a man's world, but it will shock you to know that women produce half of the food that we eat. So women have taken agriculture to another level. You will even see that they are now using data and drones, you know, for crop growth and all that. So they are doing so much in agriculture. So there's so much innovation and creativity in driving agriculture now. That's what women are doing. So that's all I would just like to say about that.
And they're also forming cooperatives and things like that that help them to be more creative to solve their problems. In the business world. So mentorship, they are helping each other. So somehow people are learning. Like you said, one person starts, they get other people, and people are learning a lot from themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how can women actually get the needed support they need for their businesses?
Well, I would say that the government has to, try as much as possible. At least, even if they try to give 20% of the contracts to women, it will go a long way to help them in their business, because most of the contracts they give it to men. But if only they can tap into the women, knowing how far they can go in business, that will really help them a lot. Help women to grow. At least that's one thing I'm just thinking about. And even when you look at businesses that men run and their wives are behind them, beside them, not behind, beside them, there are opportunities. They grow the business to another level. I'm just thinking about my own part of the world I come from. Women always join their husbands and they grow the business. In Rwanda, their own registration process has made more women to be entrepreneurs because of the way, I mean, people can go check it, Rwanda free registration for business. So women are now going into it. So such opportunities, then taxes, they have to also consider that the way the tax reforms are to include women, things that make women, that make it easy for women to really do business. Because sometimes the women don't have collateral, you know, and that is part of what pushes everything back, and they feel women are high risk. But funny enough, women are the ones that even repay the loans because they have a heart. I don't know. They have empathy. There's something in them. So I think with that, it will help. People should not fear to really help women to grow their business.
Madam Esther, do you want to say something to
Yeah,
that?
just to add to what she has said, is what we'll be talking about. Women have great ideas, just like the men. But sometimes they do not find the fuel, you know, to grow their ideas. And so this business idea dies. So I want to see opportunity to loans and grants as a right and not a privilege. Because when women have little support in terms of capital, loans and grants to run their business, they will do so much. So I believe that, you know, loans should be made available to these young business entrepreneurs to be able to run their business.
Okay.
And mentorship would be another way that these women can do well in their businesses.
Okay.
I've said it before that mentorship is important because there are people, there's nothing you are doing that is new. Whatever business you are doing today, people have done it before. There are those who have walked that path before you. So don't be afraid to approach somebody that you admire and ask, can you mentor me? You'll be surprised that the person will be very happy to do that because someone also taught them. I remember when I left banking, I decided to try my hands on some businesses, and I started with provision business. I didn't say I would start very big, so I went to attach myself to a main distributor. So I was a sub distributor to a main distributor.
Okay.
And I would go inside the Dumota market, sit with these women who have been in this line of business for years. And they were very happy because some of them were my customers when I was in the bank. They will say, manager, you are here. They will sit me down, buy me mineral, buy me food, and they will teach me the ropes.
Yes.
And I will see all the challenges that they face. They will teach me the challenges and how to navigate them. So we need more mentors. If we can get more mentors for these young women entrepreneurs, it will be very helpful to them. And we need to do more of collaboration. Gone are the days when women compete. Women don't compete anymore. If you are still competing, you are the only one in that space. Women have moved from that point. Women no longer compete. Collaboration is the new game. In fact, just on the lighter mood, I call it collabo. So women are collaborating to achieve great things. So women need to collaborate also. So these are
all right, thank you, Madam
what I would
Esther.
say.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that in terms of how women can actually build networks when she was talking about mentorship, but she went into the collaboration part. So I don't know if you have any experience in that regard or you have a few things to add to it.
Yeah, yes, collaboration is very good. And right now, okay, I've been in touch with an NGO which is doing very well. It's doing a lot for women, and they're collaborating a lot with other entities that really are interested in the girl-child education. He has even developed schools, vocational schools for young girls. This NGO, Nigerian Association for women advancement, which has a school. One of the projects is Lagoon Secondary School. Now it has Lagoon Institute of Hospitality Studies, which is also doing well for young people, young girls that have finished school, and they're learning a lot. So they're collaborating a lot with people that are helping to train these girls, and it's doing a lot of good. So this collaboration is very powerful for any woman that wants to really achieve a lot.
Okay. She's just to add to what she's saying, you can see that through collaboration you can achieve so much. Look at the Nollywood actresses and producers. See how they were able to break into Netflix and Amazon Prime through collaboration. Look at the Greek women in the north. Through collaboration, they are able to do so much. Look at the tech women of Lagos community. So collaboration is the real thing, is the real game. So collaboration is very key.
Yeah. So as we begin to wrap up, I know someone is listening to us now, and the person is wondering, how then do I go about it? How do I collaborate? How do I network? How do I ask for a mentor? You understand? So if someone is in that space right now, how should they go about it?
Yeah, they should join some local network groups.
Okay.
They should, attend events, business events. Don't sit down. Attend business events, attend seminars. Online you can see a lot of groups online. Join those business groups online. You will find a mentor as you attend all these events and all that. You will find a mentor there, and you'll be able to collaborate. See, your circle is your strength. Your next customer can just be a conversation away. So you need to network. You need to collaborate. So that's what I would say.
And they can actually, your classmates, because you've been in school or something, maybe at least you've had a contact with someone, just ask questions. My people will say, the one that asks questions never loses her way. So you ask questions, because unless you ask questions, you never move forward. Just ask anybody, any of your mates that you feel, just ask. She might not help you, but she might tell you something that can help you. My own experience, as before I upskilled to product management, I just went for an event. So I was asking questions to the people that organized it. I hadn't done it yet. So, but after asking the question, it opened my eye to now, okay, what can move you now is do a product management so that you'll be able to align yourself more with what you are doing. So you just ask questions, honestly, just to ask questions, and something will lead you to something, and you'll be very happy about it.
All right, thank you so much,
thank you,
Zubemma and Madam Esther. Thank you so much. All right. You have just been inspired by InspireHER, the program that uplifts women and reminds us all that the future of business and innovation in Nigeria is being shaped by women with vision, values, and excellence. Today's discussion on women entrepreneurs and innovators driving business excellence in Nigeria reminded us that women are not only breaking barriers in finance, technology, fashion, and agriculture, they are also building legacies of impact, creativity, and resilience. Thank you, Madam Esther and Zubemma, for leading today's conversation. Join us again next time for another inspiring episode of InspireHER. Let's continue this important conversation on our social media channel at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more inspiring content and updates. Don't forget to use our hashtag We See Possibilities and share your thoughts with us. Until then, remember, when women innovate, they elevate entire nations.
Is Usayo Awoyebi. I'm an investment banker. Keep watching Achievement Channel.
My name is Mrs. Chima Akabusi. I am CEO of the Esther Evbodaghe. Keep watching Achievement Channel. Thank you.
Solomon Okwuowulu is my name. I'm the company secretary of Zikis Allied Industries PLC. Keep watching Achievement Channel. God bless you.